Hey guys, welcome back to Monday Matinee. My name is Steven, and today I'm talking about Bullet Train Explosion. Japanese titles are always so literal in English, but we'll try to look past that. New from Netflix, Bullet Train Explosion is a 2025 Japanese action thriller directed by Shinji Higuchi. The movie starred Tsuyoshi Kusanagi, a member of the former best-selling boy band SMOP, Hana Toyoshima, Machiko Ono, and Jun Kaname, just to name a few. It's a spiritual sequel to the 1975 movie The Bullet Train, works as a sequel or as a standalone reboot. And let's be honest, this movie rarely pumps its brakes once it gets going. So, pop quiz, Hotshot. There's a bomb on the Shinkansen. Once it drops below 100 kilometers an hour, it blows up. What do you do? Hayabusa 60 is an E5 series Shinkansen, speeding from Shin Aomori to Tokyo under the supervision of first-line supervisor Kazuya Takaichi. Not long after departure, JR East receives an anonymous call. There's a bomb on board that'll detonate if the train slows down below 100 kilometers an hour.
時速100キロ以下で爆発?
To prove they're serious, the bomber blows up a nearby freight train, kicking this high-speed thriller into full throttle. JR East reroutes other trains, disables safety systems, and works to keep the Hayabusa speeding through cities while keeping the passengers calm. But of course, things escalate fast. 100 billion yen ransom is demanded from the public, a politician tries to spin this crisis into a redemption arc, and an influencer launches a viral fundraiser while live streaming from the train. It's part speed, part unstoppable, and just enough train to Busan chaos and a distinctly Japanese sense of order and duty. We cut between the train's crew scrambling to try to stay alive, and the suits at headquarters trying to negotiate, control the media, and outwit the bomber, all while the clock keeps ticking. And that's just the tip of the track. There are twists, rescues, and betrayals, and yes, plenty of derailment, literal and emotional. Now, of course, you can't see a preview or read the description for this movie without thinking of Speed. And while Speed screenwriter Graham Yost has directly cited Runaway Train as the major inspiration, the DNA of 1975's The Bullet Train is unmistakable. A bomb on a high-speed train that detonates if it slows down, a tough-as-nails crew, and government forces scrambling to contain the chaos. Other similarities? In both, the passengers are first unaware, and the heroes must improvise with every new obstacle, switching tracks, dodging other trains, and constantly raising the stakes. So Bullet Train Explosion takes that formula and cranks it up to 100 kilometers an hour, that is. And fun fact, Runaway Train's original screenplay was written by none other than Akira Kurosawa. So even Speed has that roundabout connection to Japanese cinema. Talk about going full circle. So the movie takes place on the iconic Shinkansen or Bullet Train, and thanks to the cooperation of JR East, the production had access to real facilities and train interiors. And much like other railway thrillers, we get a behind-the-scenes look at train operations and crisis response. The film alternates between the tense, claustrophobic moments on board the Hayabusa 60 and the wide-lens chaos back at HQ. The passengers range from influencers and students to corrupt politicians and average commuters, each reacting in their own very human and sometimes melodramatic way. Takaichi, the stoic operator, and Matsumoto, the brave conductor, really shine as duty-bound figures anchoring the drama. And at 2 hours, 17 minutes, the movie gives us plenty of time to care about these characters. The emphasis on teamwork and sacrifice really reflect Japan's tradition of collective problem solving. And despite the domestic specific setting, I think the urgency and the tension will still resonate with most audiences worldwide. And the effects of this movie are really solid, practical when possible, with miniature models used for some of the destruction scenes. You'll notice some of the CGI, but the model work gives it the nostalgic disaster movie vibe. It is, however, a bit of a cheese fest. There are plenty of dramatic deliveries and exaggerated reactions in true Japanese drama fashion. That can be a part of the charm or a bit too much depending on your taste. And the pacing starts pretty strong, but it definitely hits a few speed bumps going into the third act. The reveal of the bomber gives a morally gray twist, but it doesn't quite stick the landing. Still, the attempt to give the villain depth is appreciated. The film could have been a bit leaner, and while seeing the original isn't necessary, I think it'll help with the character's motivations a lot more if you have seen it. So, for letter grade, Bullet Train Explosion gets a C+. It might be a bit derailed by its own ambition, but it's a fun, sometimes frantic crowd pleaser that combines speed-style thrills with a uniquely Japanese sense of responsibility and resilience. If you can handle some melodrama and keep your expectations in check, you'll enjoy the ride. For further viewing, these are a bit more obvious, but check out The Bullet Train from 1975. This is the original Japanese film that inspired it all. Slower paced but more grounded, this one's definitely worth watching for fans of history and suspense. And of course, one of my favorites, Speed. If somehow you haven't seen it, go rectify that. Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, Jeff Daniels, and Dennis Hopper. Pure 90s action at its peak, and the ultimate don't slow down thriller. It's got the same you can't stop this energy, but with a nice LA twist. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This one's easy to check out on Netflix. Be sure to subscribe for more content, and we'll see you on the next one.